listening to Mike Richards in the morning. We're talking Toronto sports on TSN 1050.
7:33, TSN 1050, Mike Richards in the morning, and those watching coast to coast on TSN 2. This is 2 days in a row, if you count Friday, where the 7:30 block features incredible-looking women. And we're doing it again with AJ, known as Aliya-Jasmine. And the show is called Play with AJ. It's on MTV, and she joins us here this morning. Thank you so much.
Good morning.
No, this is a great morning now. I mean, look what Sean's doing.
She's number one.
Yeah.
Play with AJ.
Yeah, oh, look at that.
It's time to play.
That's right.
She's going to need therapy now to get rid of that imagery. And also in the world of disturbing and upset. So here she comes in, the beautiful AJ. I'm thinking, we're going to talk about Leafs and Leaf Nation and the excitement of the Leafs. And then you said what?
Well, I was born and raised in Ottawa.
Oh.
Don't hate me for it.
Oh, my.
You have to give me credit for being a loyal girl. I'm loyal to my roots. But I do appreciate the Leafs, too.
So one thing she and I have in common, playoff failure against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, there's a lot of failure on that side, and we understand that. And thanks for butting into the interview.
Sorry.
You're also from Kemptville, though, and Kemptville's not exactly Ottawa.
No, not bling, 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 bling.
That's exactly right.
I got me a prize pig. Look at that pig. Hey, piggy.
Okay, so it's not that bad.
I love Kemptville.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I love Kemptville. Kemptville's where all the boys from my school who played hockey, they'd all go to Kemptville, and we'd watch them play.
That's right. It's a great hockey town.
A lot of girls pee in urinals in Kemptville.
What a great story.
Wow.
But,
Good morning, everyone.
All right.
That's one for Christmas. There's a Christmas story right there for us. And good night, everybody. Your show, it's an original series, starts on May the 2nd. And you've had a chance to talk to who on this show?
We've gotten a lot of great guests so far, and we haven't even started yet. But we had Henrik Lundqvist on, Joffrey Lupul's on our first, your Toronto boy, on our first episode. He's a great guy, huge music fan.
What, you're talking about Joffrey or?
Joffrey.
Because Henrik actually plays guitar, I believe.
Yes,
he's
Henrik's
pretty
in
good.
a band, and he plays gigs around New York.
So he's a cool guy? Was he?
Yeah.
He's styling too, I think.
Well, we brought him on because the idea of the show is we talk to athletes about pop culture, we talk to celebrities about sports. So kind of get a different view of your favorite athletes.
Right.
So Henrik came on, and he's been in GQ and Esquire. He's the suit guy. I would say arguably the best dressed guy in the NHL.
Yeah, he's pretty sharp.
And we got him to show our viewers how to put together a suit.
An ensemble.
And he took it so seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was matching fabrics, but it was he's such a great guy. He's such a great guy.
So did that surprise you? Because the thing is, we have a perception of a professional athlete. Usually it has to do with, on ice or on field or on court performance.
Yeah.
But there is a human side to it, which is what you're talking about with your show. Mm-hmm. For Joffrey Lupul, did anything surprise you about him?
Joffrey is a huge music lover, and he goes to every festival. But what surprises me most, whether it's a basketball guy like from the Knicks, like Carmelo Anthony, who we've had on the show.
You had Melo on the show?
We're going to have him on the show. Yeah, we've interviewed him already, but we're airing it in a couple weeks. These guys are they're the same age as MTV viewers, and you forget that, right? Like they're these bigger than life personalities, and they're making millions of dollars, and all this pressure, and everybody watches them in these games. And by the end of the day, they're like 23 years old, and they listen to Drake and go to the club, and
they play Xbox.
Yeah, and they play Xbox.
I think that's the weirdest thing in talking to athletes in this day and age. Is, maybe there was a time where you talk about the books that they would read or the films that they like, and now it's about, I just got Madden 23 or whatever.
Well, Shauna like this, Mark Methot from the Ottawa Senators, huge video gamer, and apparently he plays with the other guys on his team. They all they play on the ice, and then they go home and they play video games against each other, which I think is super dorky.
Yeah, there is that. There is a fine line.
He's a great guy too.
But you're going to interview, or you have Tito Ortiz, because
Tito Ortiz is on our first show. We pre-shot it because he could only come to town one day, but it was...
Were you intimidated?
He's a big guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's a big guy. He's interesting. I don't want to give away too much, but he told me that he's a big fisherman.
He is?
Yeah, loves fishing.
Okay, never would have guessed that in a million years.
Loves fishing. And I love
What's he fish for, human heads?
Yes, seriously.
Yeah.
Good segue. He went fishing at Saddam Hussein's house.
Yeah.
Dum, dum, dum.
There might have been some floating members. Yes.
So we talk a little bit about that.
That's a show in itself. Global's got Tito and Saddam, Fridays at 9.
Yeah, right? So, yeah.
Isn't that interesting? Play with AJ. Once again, it premieres May the 2nd at 10:30.
Yeah, this Thursday.
Yeah, so does that mean it gets, if it's at 10:30, does that mean stuff happens on that show?
We can get racy. Mike Richards, we get racy on Play with AJ.
I'm not hating that. And once again, this is because what is your background in terms of? Were you a sport person? Were you more of a pop culture person? What is your background?
Both. I've been at MTV for oh my God, 7 years, and I was a producer at Much Music before that. But on the side, I mean, I've worked as a playoff reporter for the NHL. I've done stuff for TSN, for the Euro Cup, and I was at the Vancouver Olympics. So I've kind of been able to do both. And this was kind of the point in my career where I really, really wanted to bring my worlds together. And
it's a great idea, by the way. I think it's a fabulous idea. And you also, I believe, went down and saw the NFL draft.
I was just there this weekend, and it was my first draft experience. It was unbelievable.
So what did you come away with? What did you think?
My heart broke for Geno Smith.
Yeah.
And that was, I didn't understand the drama that was involved with the draft and how, the cameras kept cutting to him every time they didn't choose him and the emotion. So I wasn't prepared for that, but it was cool. I mean, I think one of the neat things about actually being there is seeing the fans. Like when, for example, I think it was the Raiders who gave their draft pick up to Miami.
That is correct.
And there was a Dolphins fan who was sitting right in front of me, and he stood up, and like all the guys in the audience, no matter what team's jerseys they were wearing, were like, "Good job, bro, man. Good job." Like he was on the like he had done something to help this. Good job, bro, man. Good job. And he was like, it's like he just won the Super Bowl. He was so excited. And that kind of experience was really neat about the draft.
You bring up also something too that I find difficult, and that is when there is the perceived failure of an individual to not go maybe as high as some of the pundits thought, or maybe he thought, or this zooming in on guys to see that kind of pain, and people sort of revel in it a little bit. They almost enjoy seeing this drama unfold. It's something that I personally don't like. At times I wish they would have a little sensitivity towards it, because I mean it's happened over the years where guys think they go in the first 5 to 10, and then it unravels like that. And as you said, the camera's on you as you see them choose somebody else, as someone else is drafted before you. I think it's difficult, and you saw it up close.
Yeah, it's hard. It's heartbreaking, and there is a certain amount of drama. But I think at some point a producer needs to go, like, get the cameras away. Let's bring him back to the green room. But I mean, the cool thing about Geno Smith is that he came back, and he was back on TV for the second round, and I think that was really cool of him. He didn't have
because he said he wasn't going to do it.
Yeah,
he said, "I'm not going to be here."
You know what's really neat about the draft now too, and I don't know what it was like before, because like I said, this is my first draft experience. But the social media aspect of it, like when they kept cutting back to him and it started getting a little heartbreaking, Aaron Rodgers tweeted at him and he said something like, "Good things come to those who wait," and like that kind of interaction is, I don't know, I really think that's
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great that you brought that up. Looking forward to seeing the show. So Thursday night, 10:30 p.m. Play with AJ. And don't hate her because she's beautiful, and don't hate her because she could be a Sens fan. Because look at that over there. That's what you have to look forward to. This is what you've done today. Although you've made him very happy, though.
Well, you know what? We're in a happy spot. We've made the playoffs, right. So we're good.
Happy
times. So is your team after 9 years.
Yes, that is very true. We're excited about that. Yeah, we are.
That's great news.
Yeah, and it's great that you came in today.
Thank you for having me. I hope that you come and make a cameo on my show.
I certainly would. Yeah.
We can talk some Leafs.
Do you have any shows like, I don't know, Schoolgirl Bikini Fest Trampoline Day?
We're not that kind of show.
Right. Give it a shot. AJ, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you so much.
You're fantastic.